Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Completely Irresponsible. I am your host, Davon, and I'm here with special guest, friend of the show, Janaee. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great. Thanks
Good,
for
good,
having
good.
me.
Amro is still gone. He is building pyramids in Egypt. Um, yeah, so I don't know when he's coming back. Whenever he's done building that pyramid. How you been? I haven't seen you in a minute. So for anybody that doesn't know, we work together. She left me by myself. Now I have to be social with a bunch of people, which is
I
cool.
didn't leave by choice. Let's just put that there.
I'm saying that. I'm saying you left by choice.
I was gonna leave by choice.
See? You
Right.
manifested it. That's what pisses me off.
yeah.
You manifested that shit.
Yeah.
And now I have to interact and make more friends.
Well,
So,
you have a good group there. So
yeah, they're cool.
yeah,
Listen,
like,
let me make
it's
it
a
clear.
nice group.
Yeah, everybody there I fuck with heavy. I fuck with them the long way and the strong way. I'm
Okay.
just shy. And it's like I'm at work, so I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, like I don't really want to
You
just
gotta
be.
go out and drink with them.
Ugh.
I realize they like to drink.
Oh my! I'm a lightweight. That's why I'm saying ugh.
Oh.
I've drank with them twice. I'm not gonna say their names, but I've drinking with It's hard to say their names, but I'm drinking with one of them.
Yeah.
I got dumb lit.
Oh.
And then they went out for drinks another time, and then I was just like, yo, I'm not doing that again. Like,
When you didn't go to that happy hour with me, I was so drunk.
yeah, that's why I wasn't
Yeah.
gonna go. I was like, yo, I gotta go to the Drake concert.
Oh.
I'm not gonna do that. I know how it's
Yeah,
gonna
I
go.
was so drunk, and we
Yeah.
went to Raising Cane's after, and I was so happy, and I feel like I was eating with my eyes closed, like I was so happy, and they like to drink.
Yeah, nah, they can drink. So salute to them and their livers, because mine
Yeah.
is not it. But
Mine is
other than that, yo, like one thing I like to do when we start the podcast is do like a quick recap. Like, so how was your week? What's been new?
okay.
Give me all the info.
My week. It's Wednesday, and it's been a hell of a week. I went on a date with a porn star,
Nice.
and a Jamaican man was hiding his girlfriend, and oh my God, this how can I say this without being mean? I don't want to use the wrong word.
Fuck it.
This individual.
Bitch ass nigga.
No, he has special needs.
Oh, my
He,
bad.
He like knocked on my apartment door. He has a crush on me, and
Nice.
he was like, he knocked on the door last week Thursday, and I was like, you came here last week Thursday too?
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah. And then he was like, I got a new phone. Can you put your number in here? And I was like,
Riz.
oh, like, okay. And then I did. And then instantly it was the nonstop text calls. Oh, can you send a picture of yourself? I was like, no. And then he was like, oh, like, I decorate pictures. Can you send a picture of yourself? And I'm like, no, but you can show me the pictures that you decorate. Like, you
Yeah,
can show
what
me
does
what
that
you've
mean?
done. And he's showing pictures he means like he edited pictures. And he sent pictures of him like dressed as a cowboy, just him like edited, and then he was like, he sent me mad voice notes, and I didn't listen to any of them. Then like the last text was like, can we go out sometime? And I was like, no, I'm sorry, that's not appropriate, we can't go out, but I'll make sure, like, I'll stop by and say hi here and there, whatever.
Wait, why wasn't it appropriate?
Because my dad owns a nonprofit agency for adults with disabilities, and so
okay.
he's part of the agency. So I was like, oh, it won't be appropriate, but I'll like come down to the program. I'll just say hi sometime.
Yeah.
So then he kept blowing up my phone. He started calling me, texting me. He's like, why can't we hang out? I'm sorry, why can't we? Send me a song. It was like they had a beat to it. He sent me a song,
What was
and I don't know what he was saying in the
Okay.
song. So then I told my mom, I was like, oh my God, this all happened yesterday. This the porn star in the Jamaican.
Yeah, we need to touch base on that porn star shit.
Okay, yeah.
How do you meet
I'll
a
start
porn
from okay. So I get a lot of DMs, and
Yeah.
I answer them here and there. Like, I think they're very funny. And this one guy was just like DM me like for months, and I can't. My Instagram is on my Hinge, so I really can't tell if they found me from Hinge, or a lot of people think I'm from Boston, or they think I live in Florida. It's like people from everywhere.
Yeah.
So He was, but he looked so familiar. So I'm like, maybe it was from Hinge, and we have mutual friends. So he was like, DM me to go out, and I've been playing games. I'd be like, it was probably like 2-3 months. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. So then finally, I'm like, you know what? I have time this week, and it's obvious that I'm back in New York. So I'm like, yeah, let me just say yeah. So he wanted to go to the Nautical Mile, like he wanted to go there and go to some restaurant there, but I can't go there because I know he wanted to go to this like black owned restaurant, and I think I know who he's talking about, and the owner likes me there, so I can't go. Jesus. I didn't want to go there. So then I was like, oh, let's go somewhere closer because we both live in Queens, and it's like 40 minutes away. So on his Instagram, he's a regular guy, like a regular typical nigga. Like I'm just confused. So and he has like a portfolio for his like creative direction there. So I'm like, oh, okay, he probably works in advertising or whatever. Yeah. And so we go out. I didn't even ask him how old he was or nothing. I just said, yeah, fine, let's go out somewhere in Queens. So we go somewhere in Queens. I meet him there. The place was 7 minutes from me, so like that was perfect. And then I meet him there, and we're sitting at the bar, and I don't know why I thought he was gonna be a midget, but even though he doesn't, hold on, whoa. Even though he didn't look like a midget on his Instagram.
Why did you think that?
I love midgets. I just want to put that out there. I think short people are amazing. Okay, I'll say that. But I thought he was a midget, and I was on the phone with my sister, like, "Oh my God, what if he's a midget?"
Let's slow down. Hold on a second. Let's slow down. I'm gonna let you cook. But you just unpacked a lot of stuff. Well, you said a lot of stuff I need to unpack.
Beginning.
No.
But it leads to the Pornstar.
Hold on. Midgets?
Like, well, I thought he was.
No. Where's the attraction to midgets? How did that happen? Like, where did that come from?
Because there is a couple of short people, like, not, like legally, they're midgets. Yeah. In my DM, so I just thought he was part of the group.
But how?
I don't know.
Like, did he look like it in the pictures? Was he, like, standing under a desk?
Pictures are lies. Like,
but you can only fake so much. Like, if you're really short and the desk is here and you're here, and men
lie about their height all the time. Okay. So I genuinely was just like, okay, maybe I'm over exaggerating, not like midget, but like not like midget, but I just thought he was like lying about his height. And when I got there, because he was there before I got there, but when I went inside the restaurant, he wasn't inside the restaurant, he was still in the parking lot. Okay. So I was looking for my sister, like, oh, I don't know, maybe he don't look the way, like, I don't know. So then he finally pulls up, not short. Yeah. Very much to height. Okay. So we're sitting down, we're talking. He's telling me, like, I tell him, like, oh, what I used to work, I don't work anymore. I don't aspire to. It's not in my plans in life. And so he was okay with that. I really love telling men that I'm unemployed now. Like, they have the best reaction. And
what's the reaction?
It's like, oh my God, like, really, like, they just want to take care of me. And I've gotten that reaction so many times, and I'm like, hey, okay, like, they want to pay for things. You want to go here, you want to go there, like, they did not let that get in the way. Like, I feel like, I'm like, oh, okay.
I mean, listen, as long as they're taking it in stride, that's cool.
They're like
I respect that.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, look, this is what I used to do, and now I don't do it anymore, and I don't plan on doing it ever again. So they're like, oh, okay. So he like was thrilled with that. Yeah. Then I'm like telling him, and then he told me he does creative direction. He used to work with, or he freelances now, and he works with brands like Nike, Foot Locker, and just all these different brands. And he doesn't even show me his portfolio. But then I was telling him, I don't know how it came out, but somebody used to work at a strip club for 4 years. I was like, yeah, I used to work at a strip club for 4 years, And then he brought up his OnlyFans, but I did not care because I think I had like OnlyFans for like a week or. It was not even a month, and I did it for like 3 to 5 days, and I was over it because that's a job.
What made you want to start an OnlyFans?
It was a pandemic, and a lot of my friends were doing OnlyFans, and they were like, "Oh, you should do it." And I was really just posting pictures that I would post on like. That's
what I was gonna ask you. Like, Instagram. Did you feel nervous about some of the? I don't know how long you've worked at.
No, it was
the old job. So, like, was it while you were working there still?
No, it was during the pandemic.
No, I don't know when you were working at.
Oh, I started, and I've only been there for a year.
Oh,
I've only been there for a year.
Okay, that's why I was like, trying to fill in the blank.
Oh, no, I've only been there for a year. And honestly, I wouldn't even care that, like, whoever. I only made it because people were asking me to do it. Yeah. Like, I think it was like 2019 or 2020, like it was between then, and it was for like a week, and I only posted pictures that I would like post on Instagram, so it was like either from in a bikini or something. If I was on vacation, like it wasn't even the requests that I was getting were like a little too much for me, so I just stopped it.
Which makes sense.
Yeah. And I'm so used to, and I was telling the guy this yesterday, I'm like so much more used to meeting people in person, like especially from working at the club. And on there, you don't know who's messaging you. You don't know who's requesting this, what, and the third. You don't know. It's like user da-da-da sign. Like, you don't know. And I just got so uncomfortable with that. And so then I just stopped it. So I told him, so I didn't care that he was doing it. Then he, and we continued our conversation about the club. And then he brought it up again. This is when he brought it up again because I brought up a sex worker's permit. Because in, like, Atlanta and in Vegas and stuff, to be, like, a stripper, you need a sex worker's permit. And some clubs just give it to you, or you have to go to, like, the courthouse or something. But you need it to work in that environment. So he was, like, he brought it back up again because he was, like, one of the girls he tried to film content with told him that he needs his license or permit thing. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, oh, like, you were doing videos? And he was like, yeah. And I was just like, oh, my God, like, you were a porn star. It's kind of crazy. Then he was like, oh, yeah, like, he never understood why they were saying how he needs the permit thing. And I'm like, yeah, it's a sex worker's permit, whatever. And I was like, oh, so you were, like, talking to girls in different states. That's really crazy. Like, you're making actual content. Yeah. And he was like, yeah, like, he would do, like, the setup because he works on production, the setup for creative, whatever. And he was just like, yeah, like, he would do that for his OnlyFans. And then he said that he made a lot of money. He said that he asked me about my sex life and, like how often do I have sex and, like, what do I like and stuff. And then I was just like, I don't have sex at all. Like, oh, my God.
Yeah, he was trying to recruit you.
I was like, oh, my God, yeah. I was like, yeah. And then he was like, because I was like, oh, no, I only have sex with people that I deeply in love with. Yeah. I'm so sorry. Like, I don't know.
How did he react to that?
He just laughed. He laughed at everything I said. He said, you're so funny. I was like, I am being dead serious. Yeah. I was like, I'm being so serious right now. He was like, yeah, but you say things, like, in such a monotone. I'm
not going to lie. That shit pisses me the fuck off. Yeah. Like, when I'm dead serious.
I'm dead serious. And they'd be like, oh, my God, you're so funny. And I'm like, where was the joke? But, okay, I'll keep going.
I don't like that. Shit gets under my skin.
I'd be like, I'll keep going, but okay. Mm-hmm. And then he was talking about, like, how his dick curves and how big it is. And then I was just like, oh, okay. And then he was telling me, oh, my gosh. It was such a long conversation about the content.
First of all, hold on. I got to backtrack. Okay. It is absolutely insane that someone can go on a date and the first thing that comes out of their mind is, yo, my dick curves. Yeah. That is diabolical. That's not something that you should be just spitting out on a first date. Yeah. Whether it's the first 5 minutes or the first
or just like
5 hours. Yeah, like just let her find out.
I don't want to hear it. Oh my God, he asked me if I wanted to see it, and so.
See, this is what happens when niggas live on Twitter for too much.
And then I was like, and so his porn, he said, like, it was a whole different name. Yeah. And he made, like, a different Twitter, like, for it and everything. Because I asked him, like, how did you get people if you weren't promoting it because you want people to know? And he was like, on Twitter, he said he got all of his collab, like, content girls, whatever, from Twitter. Okay. He said, like, a lot of his people that signed up came from Twitter. He's like, Twitter is where
Twitter's a cesspool of sex. Yeah. So
he said that, like, he started seeing pictures float around of, like, him, like, things he would post. And I was like, did you have your face? He was like, no. But he just knows, like, that's his background. Like, that's his. Yeah. And I was like, oh, interesting. Like, I genuinely, I was telling my friend, I'm genuinely curious, but, like, not really. I don't want him to know that I'm curious, but I just want to see, like, the Twitter. I don't want to sign up for the page, but
you have to sign up for the Twitter page.
No, like, I don't want to sign for his OnlyFans. I don't want to see the content. Okay. I'm just curious what his Twitter looks like.
Yeah, probably mad sex.
I was just like, interesting. Assume. And then he told me he was 24, and then I felt like a cougar because I was like, oh,
you're 26.
I know, but I can never date somebody that's younger than me.
Why?
Oh my God, I don't want to.
But what is it about that? I have
to raise you. Ooh.
Oh my God! But what if they're emotionally mature, financially mature?
Yeah, he told me all his friends are in their 30s, and I'm like, questionable. But he was just like, he was even just like too fast. I don't know if it's because he's so. I don't know if it's also because I'm just so comfortable with my sexuality and I don't care being overly sexual on Instagram, X, Y, and Z. Yeah. And maybe that's what it gives off when I go on a date. And so you think you can be overly, like, sexual with me too, but it's like, ew, no, get away from me. That's disgusting.
Do you find that to be a common thing when you're dating, or it was just this, like, one time?
No, because I don't even like dating. So I literally talk to people. I hate going on dates. I hate meeting new people. I do not care. Like, I do not care about, like, your story, your life, why you X, Y, and Z. I'd rather, and it's like, I'd rather meet you in person. Like, it's because it's mainly from Instagram. They're just weird.
Yeah.
I'd rather meet you in person, and then like we connect in person, whether it's at like a bar, restaurant, or going out to an event. I'd rather meet you there, know whatever I
You
gotta
just hate the
find out.
component of, so okay, let me get this straight. You hate the component of online dating.
Yeah, like
but if you
online
were
dating.
outside
If I
and
was
someone,
outside,
okay. See, I feel different. Not about the whole component of online dating, but the one thing I hate about dates is that whole first date interaction. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm just genuinely exhausted of meeting someone
Me
and then
too.
doing
I'm
the
so
whole
tired
thing.
of it. That's why I'm over
Yeah.
it.
So,
And I was just like, I have time this week. Let me just go. Like, I really say yes. I'm like, let me just go.
Okay.
But I'm like, I hated it. But people that I meet, like, organically, or if I meet somebody through a friend, it's not sexual at all. And it's
Nah.
like, and it's also like, I like talking to people that are older than me. A lot of my friends are in their 30s. So,
okay.
like 10 years older than me. And so, like, I go out with their friends, I go on trips with their friends, and it's just like a different type of environment, even people that I like hang out with. So I felt like he was just too sexual, and then he asked me to see if I wanted to see it, and I was like, no, I
That's
really
crazy.
don't want to see it.
In the middle of the restaurant. Wait,
no,
were you a
this
bar?
is when he was we were at a restaurant. This is when he brought me home because I live 7 minutes away. So
Oh, okay.
he's like, he lived in
From
Queens
here?
too. No, from the
Oh,
restaurant.
I was like, damn.
Oh, no, from the restaurant. And so he brought me home. He drives this brand new Tesla. Yeah, he make money. I get it. I
It's
can
the
see
curve.
it.
It's
That's
the
what he
curve.
said. That's what he was
It's
saying.
the curve that did it.
And he's like, we're like in front of the apartment. He's like, well, do you want to see it? And I was like, no, I don't want to see it.
That's like such a. Listen, I've been around, man. I've been around the block a few times. That is the most inaccurate way to get into a woman's crib or to get a woman in
that
your
was the way
crib.
to end the date.
Yeah, like
I got out the car.
you don't have to do that. Like,
Yeah.
it just doesn't make any sense. Like, if you're going on a date with a woman and you just gotta feel the vibe out and just let it play it by ear.
I was
Like,
ready to go.
yeah, like you'll know.
I had like 4 drinks after I had I had like 3 drinks. Well, 2 more drinks after he told me he did porn. So it was 4 drinks.
Yeah.
And I was ready to go.
I respect that. Well, I don't respect that you stayed. It's more just I'm neutral on
I'm
it.
like
But
I was so intrigued. I was so speechless and intrigued because he just kept going with more details. And I was just like, oh my God, I did not know it was going to go this way. And so.
yeah, meeting a porn star and then the porn star trying to recruit you and then trying to like bang you after.
Yeah. But he's not the
Trifecta.
first porn star to try to talk to me. There was another guy who I knew, and then he became like a porn star.
Okay.
And I remember like he was very out there with it, and I told him, I'm so sorry, I do not feel comfortable dating you because I cannot ask you how your day was at work. I don't want to know, and I don't care.
Yeah, like imagine like you're like, hey babe, how was your day? And he's like, it was great. And it's like, yo, you do porn.
Yeah.
You just
Like
I
wish
women.
you have a bad day every single day at work. I do not care.
Yeah.
And so he wasn't.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but the other guy was. I already knew he was open about it. Like he posted about it. This guy was like porn
Covert.
star. On the low.
I mean, that's pretty cool. Like to be a porn star on the low because it's like you can get your bag, have sex with women. I don't know if he's bisexual or not, but have sex with whoever you're having sex with, and then. Nobody knows. And Twitter is such
and he doesn't post his face and stuff.
Yeah, so he's like Wizard Kelly of porn.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Look at the innovation in that.
Smart. 24 and he make a lot of money, so I'm like really proud of you for what you're doing.
Yeah.
I support sex workers, but it just can't be me. Then I would like in the back of my mind and be like, if we were together, I feel like you're gonna make every time we fuck content.
Good point.
And
or what if because he's a porn star and he's having sex with all these different women, when you guys have sex, it's not as intimate. It just feels like a job.
Oh, and I asked him that. Okay, so I asked him that. I asked him, well, how do you view sex now? I was like, it turned from like a date to interview because I was like so intrigued. And I was like, well, do you view sex now as like a business transaction now more than something intimate because you do it for work? Like, I was like, is sex something that's like not meaningful anymore? And then he was like, oh, like something like that. And I'm like, yeah, like I feel like you can have sex with anyone. Like it wouldn't even mean anything, to be honest. Like I would not want to have sex with you because like it wouldn't mean anything. And then he was just like, yeah, like he sees where I come from with that and he thinks so. And I'm like, yeah, you're just a horny kid.
That kind of sucks though from his, I mean, like, granted the money is probably outweighing that decision, but to have sex with anybody, like imagine you really like somebody.
Yeah.
sex is a great thing when you really like somebody, you click with
Yeah,
somebody,
I mean,
connect with
like, I feel
somebody.
like sex should be so much fun, and then you're just like, now it's a business.
Yeah,
and
everything he do is transactional at that point. And
Yeah,
that doesn't sound fun
fun.
once you meet
Yeah,
someone that you genuinely
and
like.
then
Unless you do something
and then you're
crazy.
going on dates, and then it's just like save that for maybe the second or I don't know, save that, hide that from me a little bit.
I'm trying to think, when would you mention that? Like
I have
third
no
date?
clue.
All right, me personally, if I was a porn star and I went on a series of dates with women and I kind of recognized that they weren't really like receptive to it, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to do it in a way that's a little slightly manipulative. I'm gonna have to wait till you fall in love with me.
Okay,
And then drop the bomb on
honestly,
you.
do
Yeah.
that. Don't tell me right up then and there.
Yeah,
Like,
you gotta
I
say
mean,
when you're
like,
in love.
cool things, and you're probably a good person, and you whatever. You
Yeah.
probably really want a relationship, but
First date is crazy. You could just also date porn stars. That could also
yeah,
work.
you can also date porn
It's
stars.
just easier. Date people in your industry. Like,
Yeah,
fuck
like
it.
I'm not the one. And then I brought up the no jumper guy and his girl.
Ooh.
I
Adam?
don't. Yeah, and his
Okay,
girl.
okay.
And then I was like, asking him, would you do something like that? Because like I think Adam was recording.
No,
No, he wasn't. That was
That's
just a lie.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, people are
okay.
fucking
'Cause I was
assholes.
just like, oh. And then he was like, he said he wouldn't do something like that. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
no,
oh,
that's crazy.
yeah. And I was like, okay, I don't know what made you think I would just been like that. I
Mm-hmm.
would never be with you, and you gonna go out and fuck somebody else. That drives me crazy.
Yeah. I think I don't know, man.
I
It
feel like
sucks.
then you don't. I feel like also with sex, like there's some sort of emotion, like feelings are involved.
Yeah.
You're just like emotionless, like at that point.
Yeah, you're a robot.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to look at it from your perspective, and I'm like, if I was like trying to date and I stopped dating for a minute and I went on a date, that shit would piss me off. Like, how'd you feel after all of these sequences of events that happened to Pornstar? How'd you feel after?
I honestly thought it was really funny. I wasn't upset. Nothing
Yeah.
can really get me upset. I rarely can
Not
get
upset, I guess.
I wasn't even like I just thought it was funny, and I told my
Yeah.
friends, and they all thought it was funny.
Are you actively looking for a relationship?
No,
Oh,
I think
so never
I
mind
think
then.
when you're like actively looking, you're not gonna find whatever you
But-
want. I'd rather it just come organically. Like,
No, that's what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
if someone, like, let's say you dated somebody and it was, I don't fucking know, 3 months. And he said, I'm just making him a number.
Yeah.
But 3 months, and you like, yeah, I really like this guy. And he asked you out. It would be like a yes,
he
right?
asked me to be his girlfriend.
If it was the appropriate length of time that you felt
yeah,
comfortable
like
with.
in the lineup in the roster, if he was doing greater than everyone else, and then he asked me, yeah, sure, why not? I don't care.
Okay, so that's what I'm trying to get to, because like when I say open to dating, it's not like you're actively searching for like I need to be in a relationship.
yeah.
It's just more of you're more receptive to bringing in that sort of
Yeah,
love,
I'm like,
you know,
yeah, I'll
versus
be
being
open.
blocked up like nah, fuck out of here. Like
Yeah, I'll be open.
also
to-
having a roster is crazy.
No, it is
Like
not.
I
because
personally,
it's not crazy because
Maybe it's
now
different
the
for a woman versus a
Pornstar
man.
one is getting bumped. Now you got to move up the line.
oh my god,
The
what happens to
Jiggins
just dating
bumped.
someone? Ugh, this is exhausting.
Well, you are dating all of them. It's
Yeah,
not
that's-
like It's not like you're just. Well, with
It's not
my
a
roster,
lot. Mm-hmm.
it's not like I'm having sex with them. I'm just dating them, and then it's like, okay, you're weird, and you get bumped, and now the next. And
What happens when you get bumped? Like, what does bump mean?
I will ghost you. Like I
Oh,
will
okay.
ghost you. Like you've
I'm
never
bugging. I'm
been
looking at it
ghosted.
like
Oh no, I'll get ghosted. I've never been ghosted before. Like you will never hear
Yeah.
from me, see me. Ever.
Okay. Yeah,
So-
I'm not a roster type of guy, man. One person, more because I just don't have the bandwidth. More because of my job. I
Yeah.
talk to people all day. I
Yeah,
don't
that's
have the energy in
tiring.
me to talk to multiple people.
So sorry you go through that.
Nah, it's cool. Like, but yeah, I also don't have the genuine interest. Like,
Yeah.
to talk to. I've done it already. Like when I first moved in, I was like, moved here. Like I was in like my horror phase. I was just doing whatever. Now I'm just like, all right, shit is just not fun. Like I just want to
Yeah.
focus on one person and see where it goes. If it doesn't, reset, find somebody else.
I think for a guy it's different because like for me,
Also, the plans are coming to you. I have to make the plans.
yeah, and then like
Yeah.
I'm not paying.
That too.
And
Have you ever paid for a
some
date?
of my no,
Just
fuck,
curious.
no.
What's
I
wrong with
remember
that?
like I think like 2018 I went out with we were friends, but we went out and I thought it was just a friendly breakfast thing and I took out money to pay and he slapped my hand and it was like, don't you ever do that ever again. And I've never reached for something ever.
You would never pay for a guy's like if you.
No, if I don't even bring my card out with me. Like I don't even have my
That's
card
dangerous.
on me now. I don't bring my card out with me. I don't
That's
have
really
my card
dangerous.
on me now.
What happens
I've
if you hit an
never-
emergency?
Apple, they better have Apple
Oh,
Pay
okay.
or
All
something.
right, that's fine. I thought you just had like, you was like,
no.
fucking everything's at home. Like, that was like, that's
I make
insane.
sure I don't bring my card when I go out, and I know I'm going out with guys. I don't bring out my card
Yeah.
on purpose.
I've had women pay for me.
I've never.
It feels great.
I've never like even like gotten the like even if I wanted to like there's not men are so fast. I don't ever pay for anything.
No,
or
I disagree.
like
Men are not, nah. Because when a woman really wants to pay, I've been in a lot of predicaments where I instinctively pay, but over time you date someone for a couple months, they want to show their appreciation back and do the same. Motherfucker, I'll be ready to like to talk to whoever I'm talking to about the pay, and I'm about to take out my wallet. I've seen girls already have their card in hand. I'm like, nigga, relax. Like
maybe I haven't been with somebody that long to make
that shit
me wanna,
feels so good, yo.
Want to do that. I've done other things for men. I just don't pay for a date.
That's fair.
Because I just. Not that I don't want to. I've just literally, I don't know. People I've dated, I've never even had to think about that.
There's nothing wrong with that, though. I'm not like sitting here saying like,
I know that. But I'm just, because like other girls would DM me and be like, oh, I really hate when people be like, oh, I want to be just like you or like live like you or X, Y, and Z. That really bothers me because I'm like, I'm just living. I don't really know. There's no like,
I want to be on that yacht like you. I will say that.
That's just free. I don't know. He's like in his 50s or 60s.
That's crazy.
He loves me.
I was wondering about that, and I was just like, I don't know you like that to be asking questions, so I mind my business.
He loves me. We do. I like to do shit, and so I did the big yacht party last year.
Yeah.
And we've just been like this ever since. And he's like 56 years old, this guy, and he just wants me to come on his boat. Like he wants me and friends to come. He doesn't really specifically say no guys, but I just say girls only because it's his boat and he has his friends on there too. And they provide liquor, they have hookah, and they just let us ride around for free. So it's a nice yacht, and I just bring food. Nice. I'll make food.
Yeah, you're a good cook. I've seen your I mean, I've never tried it obviously, but pictures can look bad.
Maybe I should have brought food.
No, it's cool. No. But yeah, you're cooking. Like when I look at them pictures and videos, I'm like, damn, like.
Yeah, I like to cook.
That's good. I love cooking. Cooking is so much fun, yo.
It's so therapeutic.
Yeah.
I love it. I used to sell food and I stopped because I'm not a chef. I would never say I'm a chef. I'm not a chef. And when I used to sell food, people thought I was some diner. And I'm not good with customer service. If you're rude to me, I will be rude right back to you. And so I had to stop that.
Yeah.
And it was like every day till like 3, 4 a.m.
Okay. So I'm trying to figure this out. Because like I said, like I met you through work. And obviously like me at work. Completely fucking different from me just out in the street. So I'm usually just more reserved at work. But what do you like? Who is Janaee? Like, what do you like to do?
Oh my God, that's such a good question. Who's Janaee? Let's see. I think I'm so. So honestly, the last 2 weeks in a row, 2 different guys told me they think I'm adventurous. Okay. So I guess I would say I'm adventurous. I think I'm just like a super open butterfly. I'm a beautiful, amazing person. I love Tauruses, and I'm always saying Tauruses are the best people in the world. Like, I will never stop saying that. And I just think that Janaee is just somebody that likes to have fun. I am very humble, even though I can be extremely cocky, and I'm just very humble. I try to be as humble as I possibly can be. But I like to have fun and really just live my best life. I feel like as long as I like love and fall in love with myself, I can just be happy. Like, I don't even care about like, I mean, yes, money is important, but like, I just feel like I don't really care about a whole bunch of like the materialistic things, or just as long as I'm genuinely happy and I love myself, I love my own company. I think wherever I go, I'm a good time. If I'm by myself, I go on dates with myself a lot. Like, I just love me. Yeah. And I love my time, my company. That's why I just don't like to waste it on dates. Cause if you wasted my time, I could have been here by myself and did it and had so much fun by myself.
A self date is like one of the best experiences.
Best thing ever.
I used to do this. I started applying it when I used to work at a record label, and I had to go to fucking shows like by myself. I couldn't take anybody. So like after a while, I was like, damn, this is kind of nice just to be like,
nice.
dolo. I can leave when I can't leave when I'm ready, but once the artist is done performing, I can just dip out, enjoy my own company, start going to movies by myself, take myself out to dinner. It's like, so I think some people aren't used to just being in their own space.
Being in a space.
So,
and then like finding what you love, like a hobby you love. Like I love workout classes. I love going to the gym. Yeah. I think it's a really good way to like release anger, release like tension, stress. And I told this girl like 2 years ago, and I was just like, cause she was just like always like in drama, toxic shit and stuff, and I'm like, you need to find an outlet to let that out. Like we can do candle making, we can do something, like you need to release all of that, because like that's not good for you, and like you will eat yourself up. Like if you just, I think you need to love yourself, and a lot of people need to start loving themselves and dating themselves and getting to know themselves, because they jump in X, Y, and Z, they don't even know who the hell they are.
Yeah, that's one thing I learned. When was this, post grad? Like I haven't been in a relationship since college, but post college, I was like, all right, like, cool. Like, I did the whole live college life type shit. We traveled wherever we went, whatever. I was like, all right, I'm about to start dating again, right? Mm-hmm. And then I realized, like, I was dating. Every time I would date a woman, they just reminded me of my ex, but not in terms of like how they looked or anything, but more if they acted the same way, and it was the bad parts about how they acted. So I was like,
you had a type.
Yeah, so, and I kept saying, I was like, yo, like,
type.
I'm running into this same woman over and over and over again. What the fuck is going on, and how do I fix it? And then I think over time, I was like, all right, I'm about to just chill again and figure out who I am and fix that. Because I was like, one thing I really noticed is like, let's say me and you were arguing, right? I wouldn't end the argument. I would, like, subtly do shit to continue it going just for the fun of it. And then once it got too far, that's I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck? Like, but now I'm like, all right, I'm not doing that shit. Like, I don't argue. I don't argue at all. I'll be like, I will tell someone, I will say, sorry, you're right. I don't care. I'm not doing all that.
No, I will do it just so we can end this shit and get out my phone. I do not care.
I won't go that far. Like, I'll reach a resolution. Like, I'm more trying to, I think I'm more understanding now, if anything. I'm also just more peaceful. I'm not as angry as I used to be when I was like a kid and shit like that. So
no, I don't care. I'll be like, I'm sorry. There you go. Is that what you in here to end this shit? Go ahead and leave me the hell alone. Get out my phone. I hang up on people. I pay for the phone bill. If I'm paying for my phone bill, I'm not about to read this. I'm sorry. You're right. I'm wrong. Go on.
No, I respect it.
Okay. Yeah. So I don't have time for that. That keeps me zen. I be like, whatever you want to hear, go ahead.
Yeah, but that is important to like understand who you are before you start dating. Like, just you'll just be doing dumb shit, running into people that you might run into good people and you're just not right for them and you're wasting their time, or vice versa. And then
learn yourself, mature, and then maybe you could spin the block, go back or something. Sometimes spinning the block is that's why I don't like dating. I'd rather just spin. Hey, how you doing? Did you mature yet? No. Okay.
Yeah.
On to the next.
All right. We are at 30 minutes. I told you this was going to go by fast. So
that was fun.
We can keep going, or
we can keep
I'm also
going.
really fucking hungry.
So sorry I didn't bring food.
No. I was trying to like, because I normally don't have a meeting like after fucking 5, but I was working on something, so I was kind of like asked out. I was like, yo, I'm about to just make me like a BLT real quick, and then you rang the bell. I was like, fuck. Good. Like, I was like, all right, no BLT for me. Okay. Yeah, let's go into this other topic, and then after that, we can wrap it up. I think I might have cut you off earlier, but you had mentioned the porn star, and then you had mentioned this Jamaican man as well. You want to go into that, or you want to let it go?
I don't want to get too specific.
All right, fuck it.
Okay, we can let that go. Just Jamaican men cheat, okay? And they're not beating those allegations.
What was your best date? Do you remember that? Like your most favorable date?
Best date.
Not the person, just like the action.
It was in Miami.
Miami. That's crazy. It's like a horrible place to date.
Yeah, they flew me out there. They flew me out to Miami, and we stayed at the W Hotel, and because they lived in Miami, and they were so sweet, and they're from Mississippi. They blocked me now. I'm blocked now, but if they're watching, crying. And so
they're so sweet, but they fucking blocked me.
Yeah. So
That's crazy.
and so he has a son. His son at the time was like 14 or whatever, and he put me in the W. He upgraded the suite. He got upgraded to like this really nice fucking suite. He gave me both like room keys to like trust that he won't come in, and it was so beautiful. I think I was there for like 4 nights. I stayed an extra night, and we did, like you said, date. That was like a long date. We did something every single day. We went to a nude beach. We went out to dinner. We did picnics. Yeah, it was actually a lot of fun.
I didn't know that.
And then the same person, we went to Austin, and that was fun too. I really like traveling. I think those were like the best ones. Like if I say I want to go somewhere and you book the flight, or if you want me to go somewhere and you book the flight, I'm there.
You ever thought about just doing like content creation? You travel a lot.
Oh my gosh, everyone says that. I'm a lazy bitch, and honestly, I have so much shit in my fucking phone. I have 2 phones, so much shit in both phones, and you gotta edit. Like I would literally pay somebody to edit. Like I don't mind doing it. Yeah, I don't mind doing it.
Damn, yeah, I'm right here.
I know you're right there. But I'm so lazy. Like, oh my gosh.
I feel like you would. I feel like once you get the hang of it, and obviously get an editor, if you don't feel like doing the editing, I think that's something you would enjoy to do. Because and then what ends up happening, I get you said, I definitely heard you. You said you don't want to work, but
it becomes a job. It's a good job. People have been telling me to start YouTube since high school. Like I was like,
sometimes making money and just doing something fun. Like the podcast is something that I enjoy. So it's like, it doesn't feel like work. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's days where I'm like, all right, I don't want to fucking do this shit.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it's fun. Like I enjoy everything. I enjoy the ups and the downs.
I know. I have time now. So like, I guess so.
What's the worst that happens? It doesn't work. Like
I know. I have all the time in the world. And I don't mind. I love talking about myself. So I don't care. I can be talking about my misconceptions and like all that shit. So I'm like,
you can have so many different avenues of content creation.
Yeah, I have a lot of stories.
And I don't think it's as much. Yeah, I don't think it's as much work as you think. Like
I know. I think it's really the editing for me.
Not even that. Like
or like a lot of people want me to like record me cooking or like, and that I do try to do, but I think when you're so into it, I forget. Like I put the phone down and I forget. Next thing you know, I'm done. That is hard to do because I'm like, all right.
You just haven't done it yet, so it sounds like a lot. Bro, we record for like an hour, and it takes me like probably like 30 minutes to get all of it done, and then clip it takes like another 15. So if you're doing something that's less than 10 minutes, or like like a minute or 2, that's nothing.
I think I would just.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot the first couple times because it's gonna be like you're not in the system like that doing it. But once you do it, you're gonna be like, oh shit, damn, this is nothing.
I'll add that to the fun employment list of things to do.
Yeah, that's what I used to do during the pandemic. That's how I started learning. I just had nothing to fucking do all day. I was like,
a lot of my friends are content creators, and I just
ask them.
I know. I can do it if I wanted to. I do know that I can definitely do it. My sister's in production and film and stuff, so like I have the Rode mic and all that. And she has the cameras and stuff. It's just like doing it. I just haven't like jumped into it and done it.
I get it.
Yeah.
So I'm just thinking about something. No, but that makes sense though. Yeah. In terms of content creation, if you don't, you gotta want to do it.
And then sometimes I just feel like I'm so busy, like. Then I gotta record myself, and I just like forget the recording part. Or like when I'm traveling, like if I'm on vacation, I really don't try to be on social media that much. I like to post here and there, but I like to be in the moment.
I like that because some people like. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I'll go on vacation, I'll post here and there, but I hate
recording as much as I used to before. Like last year, I traveled a lot and I did record a lot, but now I just want to enjoy my vacation. Yeah. So
my thing now is making recap videos of like experiences.
I just post a whole bunch. Yeah. The dumps.
Yeah, photo dump is prime.
They're gonna get out of me because
that's good though. Be in the moment, live your life. Don't focus on being on your story and seeing like, who's seeing this, who's seeing what.
Because I do not want to be no influencer. I don't want to be no Instagram model X, Y, and Z, and I don't want to be any. I just want to be me, live life, be happy, and like I don't mind doing the content creation, but then I wanted to start organic and continue to be organic. I do not want it to like change or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
it's on my fun employment list.
Listen, man. If fun employment is funny, because I remember when I was unemployed, it was not fucking fun. Like, I was stressed. I was like, damn.
I
But
try not to
yeah,
stress.
I was living at home with my mom at that time, so she was like
Oh.
on my back about it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Both my parents said I shouldn't work. Or like
Must be
don't look
fucking nice.
into it. Yeah, my cousin called me. He like cursed me out for even having a job. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, listen,
That was really funny. And I was
we love to
so
see it.
confused. Yeah.
don't go to work then.
So yeah, they're like, girl, you're stressed. What are you doing? And I was
Yeah.
like, you're right. What am I doing?
All right, so I'm expecting to see some content videos, hopefully.
I mean, yeah, hopefully I'll do my yacht ride. I'm supposed to do it next week. Maybe I'll do like, somebody told me I should do a day in the life, which I do. I do try. I start off in the morning, and then I just don't remember recording the rest of the day. But I do have interesting days. So I'm like, oh, let me do a day in the life thing, or I on maybe like TikTok. I like TikTok.
Yeah,
'cause it's
TikTok is
short
better.
and sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good algorithm too. So
And yeah,
anybody can
and I
find
went. I
anybody.
liked when I went viral, and I loved that. And
All right.
I can use TikTok. It was a food video, and it wasn't even something. It was something so quick and simple, and I was so upset that it was that video.
I mean,
that-
that's how it happens. It's
I
always a
know.
video you don't
That I
expect.
don't even. I didn't even.
Yeah.
It was such like a silly video, and
Okay.
yeah, that went.
That's
yeah.
funny. All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna wrap this up at 40 because I'm really fucking hungry.
We're tired.
And I'm
This was So
exhausted.
much fun.
Yes, thank you for coming.
No problem.
As always, you're a friend of the show, so
I loved it.
hit me up when you want to come back. We'll figure it out
Yes.
in the future. But as always, guys, thank you for listening. Like, share, subscribe.
Yeah.
And we'll wait for Amber to come back. All right, bye.